Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is the Wandering Creative Life, and I am Arden Coots, your host, I guess. Thank you for joining me today. I, as always, feel like I haven't made a video in forever. I think it's been maybe a couple of weeks. I really need to be better about them, but I forget. And then I put it off. And then weeks passed and I eventually remember and then I do it. So that's my process right now. Um, I definitely would love to get a better process when it comes to YouTube videos, but I don't know if that'll ever happen. So if you're new here, welcome to the chaos. Today, I am going to be talking about some life updates, business updates, and writing updates, which are usually the three things that I talk about, anyways. Um, yeah, that's where I'm at for the day. So, to start with, some life updates. Um, I've been in Ainsworth, Nebraska now for uh, 2.5, almost 3 months. Um, it feels like I've been here a lot longer, and I don't mean that in a bad way. Like, I just feel like I've kind of settled in nicely, which is great. I say a lot, I'm realizing as I'm talking. I have just sort of nestled in, I guess, and am feeling pretty content right now with everything, which I did not think was going to be possible. I was really worried about moving home, just given how badly I wanted to leave this place when I was younger and how badly I disliked coming home in the past years. But I don't know, it's been pretty good. And I've been keeping busy, which I think helps quite a bit, but it's going well, which is kind of insane to say. But I'm enjoying being home. I'm digging into the crafting community and the makers markets and the farmers markets, and that's keeping me really, really busy, which I'll talk about a little bit. I'm also on a co-ed softball team that plays like every weekend on Sundays, and I work part-time. So I'm definitely keeping busy and keeping myself entertained, which I think is part of the reason why the move has felt gentler, I think, than what it could have been. I also think joining softball has been really good for me because it's kind of got me back in the community and I'm meeting new folks and it gets me out of the house when I'm not working. So that's also super helpful. And it has me moving my body, which I need because I sit all day. I sit at work, I come home, I sit at my computer, either crafting or writing or reading or something, but I'm pretty sedentary. So going out every Sunday and playing softball really kicks my ass. We just had a day long softball tournament in like 100-degree heat. It was brutal. I don't know if you can tell right now, but I'm a little red. I sunburned the shit out of myself. Um, I don't know if you can really tell on the video, but ooh, buddy, SPF 50 and still burnt. That's how pale I am. And I fried. I burnt my knees, I burnt my calves, I burnt my back, I burnt my neck. I You can see the white line of my neck roll between the sunburn. So yeah, fried myself, which is not good. And the sunscreen held up as best it could, I guess, in the Nebraska sun. But it was super fun. The way the softball tournament worked was it was a draft, so you didn't know whose team you were going to be on or who you were playing with or anything like that. And so I ended up on team 6, which was just again made up of a bunch of random people. So it was kind of cool to play with folks I didn't know, and it was interesting to see kind of if a team mentality developed, which for us it kind of didn't. We were kind of one of the quieter teams. We were a little like introverted, maybe. I don't know. But it was still fun to play on the teams. And we lost two and won one game. So we got to play 3 games. I think you could play like up to like 5 or 6 games if you kept winning, which is insane. Like 3 games almost killed me. I could barely walk by the end of the day. But it was super, super fun, and it was for a good cause. It's for the Haley Project here in Ainsworth, which is a project focused on mental health and suicide prevention. And so funds went towards that, and we had like fundraisers and everything. So all the money from that tournament went towards the Haley Project to help with funding needs for future events that they want to hold, and fun things like that, and important things like that that the Haley Project is looking to do. So it was for a really great cause. And I'm looking forward to being uh, more involved with the Haley Project, however I can be. So hopefully I'll get to volunteer with them some as well. So that's what I've been doing on my Sundays. And on the weekdays, I work part time. So I work kind of like a morning shift, and I'm done every day at 1 p.m. And so that gives me plenty of time to come home and create whatever that means for me that day. So sometimes that means writing, sometimes that's editing, other times it's making Suncatchers, which I've been spending a ton of my time doing, uh, which has been awesome. And other days it just means sitting on my ass and vegging out, which is also great and necessary and needed. And the other day we went to the River, Niobrara Valley River, Niobrara River. I don't know. Let me Google the proper term name. Niobrara River. And it's like it's a national scenic river. It's kind of like the river in Nebraska. A lot of people like go canoeing, kayaking, and tubing, and we just kind of went and sat in the river and let these little tiny fish like nibble on our legs, which was disgusting. I hated it. I don't like feeling fish nibbling on me. Freaked me out. And then we saw I think it's called the Chute, maybe, um, which is like a waterfall on the river, just a very narrow one, but it was just right where we were hanging out. So I think it's like a heritage spot, maybe, or something of that nature. I could look it up. Should have looked it up before, but I forgot I was going to talk about this until I started talking. But it was fun. It was a hot day, and so it was nice to just like sit in the river and hang out and chat with my sister in law and just be in nature and unplug. And we spent several hours out there, and it was just a really good time. So maybe I'll insert a photo or something from that day. Uh, but when I'm not working or playing softball or at the river, I am working on my new business, which is taking up a ton of my time. I am starting, I've started a business called Handmade in the Sand Hills, because the region of Nebraska where I live is the Sand Hills. and it's made up of a lot of the Sandhills is made up of a lot of like rural, smaller towns. And so my goal with Handmade in the Sandhills is to find makers and creators throughout the area that want to reach a broader audience and need help getting their products out there through an online shopping experience or social media, shout outs, things like that. So I started a retail shop that is going to be made up of these different makers. I've got like four makers right now, four or five. I'm still waiting to get some contracts signed, but um, I've got a woodworker, a jewelry maker, a crocheter, and someone who makes tallow project products. So tallow is like lard, essentially. Um, so they use that to make like body butter and stuff like that. So I guess that's four people, four makers, amazing makers. Like their stuff is fantastic. I love it. I'm so excited that they're a part of Handmade in Sand Hills and that they're willing to kind of take a chance on me. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm really excited for it, but I've filed all the paperwork, and we officially launch the website, which the website's already up, but all the products will officially launch on August 1st. And then we're having an in-person launch party August 15th here in Ainsworth at the Connection on Main Street. So if you're in the Nebraska area, in the Ainsworth area, or want to do a little road trip, come to Ainsworth, come to the launch party. All the makers will be there, or most of them. They'll have their wares to sell. There will be refreshments, some music. We'll do a little meet the maker spiel at like 5 or 5:30, and the event goes from 4 to 8. So it's shaping up, but it's a lot to plan. I'm trying to get everything sorted and figure out the refreshments and the best way to go about that. And yeah, it's a lot. It's an event to plan. So I gotta get my shit together because right now it doesn't feel like I have anything together. But I've been going to markets and selling my Suncatchers that have been doing really well. I've been doing a lot of custom orders, and I have some to show. These are just some I have made. This one is little chunky bees and daisies. The bees are adorable. I don't know if you can see like that little googly eyes, but that's one. I'll just show you a couple. This is a custom order for an author friend. We did pink tulips because that's her favorite color, and then we did a bee theme, and she's gonna hang it on her little porch in her reading nook. So that's another one. And then I'll show you one of the bigger ones. And this is one I just made to sell. It's, I guess you could say, cowboy themed. I've got a little cowboy hat here and some boots. But this is what this one looks like. The leaves. So I'm having a blast. I like truly enjoy making these. It's kind of like therapeutic. Um, I kind of just zone out and make them. And I keep getting more and more orders from every market, which is wonderful. Um, and yeah, they seem to be selling pretty well, so I can't complain. Um, I've also been like trying to figure out grants and loans and stuff like that for the business because I'd like to get a storefront to really start operating, but I think that might be like down the road a little bit. Uh, but it's something I'm thinking about, and I've been in touch with folks to start the conversations and get the applications and start working on the business plan and stuff like that. So It's a possibility, but I don't know if it's a possibility right now. Um, Other stuff I'm working on when it comes to writing, I am in a bit of a rut. I did the I printed out Echoes of Us and had it bound at Staples and went through and made the physical edits to the manuscript. Now I need to take all those edits and translate them into the digital transcript or adjudicate them or whatever word you want to use. And I'm having a real tough time making myself do it. Like, I just don't want to. I don't know why. I guess maybe because it's like a slower process, so I'm putting it off. Um, and I've been really busy with Suncatchers and things, so I think maybe that has me like focused on that and the business rather than writing. But I need to, but I also want to make sure I continue to write because that is my first passion and something I love. Um, but damn, editing. Ooh, fucking hate it. So it's a little slow going. I need to do more sprints. So I might start doing some more live YouTube sprints in the next couple of weeks just to motivate myself to edit. At least like twice a week, I think would be good. If I can get 100 pages done each week, it'll take me like 3.5 to 4 weeks to get the whole thing put into the digital version. So I need to just like take small chunks out of Echoes of Us and get to editing it because it is a great book and I can't wait for it to be out there and I'm excited for the next steps in the publishing process with it and getting to like look at the cover and get feedback from the editor and all that. So I am very excited for it. I just need to get over this hump. Um, and I have a writing retreat coming up on August 17th. Yeah, 17th, which is Late Summer Spark. And it is just a very simple retreat of writing sprints. We're just sprinting that day for several hours. So it's going to be great. I've got a couple of people signed up for it. There's definitely room for more. It's only $5, and you can find more information on that on my website, Wandering Creative Life. But if you need a little focus time, come join us for some sprints and some chatting between sprints, and yeah, it'll be great. So I'm also trying to do new covers for the whole fall series. Like right now, if you look at all of them, which I'll pop a picture up, um, they're similar but different. And so I'm trying to redo the entire series so it's cohesive. So it's done in the same style by the same artist and they just look good together. Like I want my series to be aesthetically pleasing and not kind of like a hodgepodge of different cover styles, which is what it kind of currently is. Like two of the books have the same artist, and then the other three are just other people who did covers for me. So I'm using Author's Own Publishing to do my covers. I don't know what the timeline is for that, but I'm hopeful that I'll like the covers and I'll go with those. I've also been dabbling with, I think it's My Blart or Miblart or something like that, but they do a lot of book covers as well. So I kind of had them do one for me, which maybe I'll share, which I like, but I don't know. I kind of want to use Author's Own Publishing. I'm an author mentor with them, and I also do social media stuff, mentoring with them. And so I want to um, utilize them. And their artist is fucking fantastic, does amazing artwork, amazing book covers. And I just think they really get the vision of what the fall series is all about. So Um, I think I'm going to go with them and their artwork. So I'm excited for that process because there's nothing better than getting new book covers. In my opinion, it's the best part of the book process. And then holding it in your hands once you get it printed. Those are the two best parts. Um, but I don't know. I think this is a pretty long video for me. I think that's all, though. I think that's all I got to say. Um, I'll try to be, maybe every other week a video. I always say this, it never happens, but I'll try. So stay tuned. Um, and let's see, what's a good question? Would you, um, well, I have an ask. My ask would be that on August 1st, everyone visit sandhillsmakers.com. Give our website a little boost. You don't have to buy anything. I mean, bonus points if you do, but give our little website a boost, and I would appreciate it a bunch. And if you um, are going to do that, drop Sandhills in the comments, and maybe there will be a surprise for you. Okay. Thank you. Happy crafting and keep writing. Okay. Bye.